This courtroom video captures a shocking turn of events as a case that initially seems clear-cut quickly spirals into chaos. A key witness steps forward with a story that paints him as a good Samaritan, but within moments, everything starts to fall apart. Under intense cross-examination, cracks begin to show as the defense pushes deeper into his claims, exposing inconsistencies that raise serious doubts. What makes this moment so gripping is how quickly confidence turns into confusion. The witness struggles to keep his story straight, admitting he wasn't fully honest with police from the start. As the pressure builds, his answers become more uncertain, timelines don't add up, and the courtroom atmosphere grows increasingly tense. You can feel the shift as everyone realizes something isn't right. Then comes the breaking point. Faced with mounting contradictions and relentless questioning, the witness appears overwhelmed, claiming he's about to pass out, bringing everything to an abrupt halt. It's a moment that completely changes the direction of the case. In the end, what started as a serious accusation collapses due to a lack of credibility. The case is dismissed, not because the events were proven false, but because the testimony simply couldn't be trusted. It's a powerful reminder of how critical consistency and truth are in the courtroom, and how fast everything can unravel when they're missing.
Solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so that the jurors and the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name and spell it.
James Glenn Loomer. That's JamesGlennLoomer.
All right, state.
Mr. Loomer, can you make sure that the microphone is close? Mr. Loomer, what do you do for work?
I'm unemployed at this moment.
How long have you lived in San Antonio?
In San Antonio, I came here with the Air Force in 1986
How long were you with the Air Force?
for 10 years.
What side of San Antonio do you live on?
Now I live on the northwest side.
Back to March of 2022, where did you live? March of 2022.
On 3006 Tawny Oak Drive.
What side of the town is that on?
North Central, I guess?
Is that in Bear County?
Yes.
So I'm going to get straight into it, sir. On March 29th of 2022, you recall picking what you believe to be a homeless man up from a store near your home.
Yes, I do.
Where was that store?
It was Moss Rock and Vance Jackson.
How far away from your home is that?
I don't know. I'm not much about miles, but I would say maybe half a mile, maybe less.
Have you ever seen this person before?
No,
Have you ever talked to this person?
no.
Here, sir, if you can, make sure, just for the court reporter, let me finish asking the question before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked me if I've seen this person before.
I did, sir. I think you just kind of cut into me. So, what drew your attention to this man?
I thought he was dead. I drove by a couple of times. I was doing some errands, and every time I drove by, he was in the same spot, and he was laying down. And I thought maybe he was. I've never seen anybody laying there like that before, and it was dark. It was early evening, I guess, and I thought he was dead.
And so, around, you said early evening, did you know what time you saw him at?
I thought, you know what? I don't remember for sure.
But it was, you believe to be early.
Yes.
Did you approach him?
No, I did not approach him. I pulled up in my car alongside where the place that he was laying at.
Did you try and talk to him?
I rolled down my window and I said, "Hey, are you okay?" And he didn't answer. And I said, "Hey, are you okay?" And he didn't answer. So I was like, "Hello?" And then all of a sudden he just kind of just,
And when he woke up, what did you tell him?
I said, "Are you all right?" And he said, I don't remember what he said.
Did you offer to let him stay in your room?
No, I did not offer him. What I did was I asked him, I said, I live close by. Would you like to come over and take a shower and get something to eat?
And why did he make this offer?
Because I was worried about him.
So did he accept your offer?
At first he didn't. And then I left and then I came back. And then I said, "Are you sure? Because it's not a problem. I mean, I could take you to Haven to Hope tomorrow."
Did he finally accept your offer?
Eventually, yes, obviously he did, because, see, I don't remember much about all this. So I'm trying, I don't remember exactly. He did accept he did come with me, yes.
And it's okay if you don't remember words, sir. You can say that you don't remember words.
Okay.
It's just answer the question.
Okay.
So you took him home. What happened after you took him?
What do you mean by that? What happened?
So what you want to got you?
Well, he came out, well, before we walked in the house, I told him, I said, just do me a favor. When we get in the house, please leave all your things at the front door. And please don't wander around my house going through my things. I said, I'll show you where the bathroom is. And if you need anything, you ask me and I'll bring it to you.
So why did you tell him to do that?
Because I didn't want him to steal anything.
Once you told him that, what did he do?
He did. He put his stuff down and he went to the bathroom. Now, he went to the bathroom right away when we got there. And then I assume he cleaned up. I don't know, because he was in there for quite a while. And then, yeah.
Did you give him any clothes to wear?
No, I don't remember.
Did you give him any clothes to wear?
I don't remember.
After he was done cleaning himself up, what happened?
I don't remember exactly, but I'm assuming that, I mean, I told him where to sit in the living room. And I said, now, you want to go ahead and stay right here and I'll make you something to eat. I had some ham and cheese. I made him a ham and cheese sandwich.
And where exactly did you tell him to sit?
Right in the living room, there's a recliner by the window. And I said, and it reclines back to almost like a bed. So I said, well, listen, I said, you know what, this is going to, you can stay here, sit here and sleep here. And there was a sofa there where I would be, so I could keep an eye on him.
And did he end up falling asleep there?
Yes.
Did you end up falling asleep on the
No,
sofa?
I did not sleep. I was too scared to go to sleep.
Where did you end up going once he fell asleep?
I was on the sofa the whole time with my dog.
So you did not fall asleep that night?
No, I did not sleep. I was too scared. I mean, I wanted to help him, but I wasn't comfortable enough to go to sleep, thinking that it would be safe for me just to go to sleep with a stranger in my house.
As the cross-examination deepens, the witness begins to unravel under pressure, and the cracks in his story become impossible to ignore. What once sounded like a confident and clear narrative slowly turns into confusion, as he struggles to answer even the most basic questions about timing, sequence, and his own actions. He admits that he initially lied to the police out of embarrassment, a revelation that immediately damages his credibility and puts everything he has said into question. The defense takes full advantage of this, carefully walking him through his previous statements and exposing contradictions one by one. At times, his answers directly conflict with what he told detectives earlier, and at other moments, his behavior simply doesn't match the fear he claims to have felt. He insists he was in danger, yet describes actions that suggest he remained calm and in control, creating a clear disconnect that the courtroom cannot ignore. As the pressure builds, his confidence visibly fades. Long pauses, uncertain responses, and repeated corrections make it clear he's struggling to maintain his version of events. The tension in the room rises as the attorney continues to press him, leaving the impression that the entire case is now hanging by a thread, with the witness's credibility rapidly collapsing in real time.
I didn't go to sleep, so I didn't wake up because I didn't go to sleep.
So what time did you start to get up for the day?
My normal morning routine is my dog likes to go outside about 8 o'clock in the morning. So it was probably about 8 or so.
But you don't remember?
I don't remember exactly what time it was.
So when you finally started the process of getting up, what did you do?
I offered to make breakfast tacos.
And what did he say in response?
I don't remember exactly what he said, but we didn't get to the breakfast tacos.
What instead happened after you asked him and he didn't?
He started rummaging through my things.
So when you say rummaging through your things, what do you mean?
He was going around like my living room area and my entryway area where I have a dresser with things, and in my dining room area. And he was, I don't know, he was looking for something. I don't know what he was looking for.
Was he saying anything while he was doing this?
Yeah, where's the H?
Now, what did you take at the time? What did you take that to mean?
I had no idea.
Object to speculation, Judge.
Sustained.
I hadn't.
Sir, if you don't know whether you can answer the question, just ask the judge. Okay. So he's asking you, where's the H? What was he doing while he's saying this?
What was he doing? He was rummaging through my things.
What did you say in response?
I said, what do you mean by H?
What did he say in response to that?
He didn't
Object
say,
to hearsay, Judge.
he didn't say anything to me.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no. I'm just going to explain some rules to you, okay?
Okay.
When either counsel asks you a question, if somebody stands up, that means that they're objecting to something.
Okay.
So once you see one of the defense attorneys stand up, stop talking,
Okay.
and then I'll make a ruling.
Okay. I'm
And
sorry.
then if you have a question over whether or not you can answer, just ask me.
So stop saying anything.
Yes, once you see an attorney stand up.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Ask your question and then the court will hear what the objection is.
What did he say? What did he say in response to when you said, what do you mean by H?
Objection to hearsay, Judge.
And
All right. And who is the person you're asking
it has
speaking?
has not been identified as the defendant, but it's going to be the defendant.
All right. Then you need to lay the foundation for who you're speaking about. So the objection will be sustained.
Do you recognize the gentleman that you picked up here in the courtroom today?
Do I what?
Recognize the gentleman who you picked up in the courtroom today? Do you see him?
Well, I assume it's right there.
Do you know?
No,
Do you remember what he looks like?
no.
So he ended up responding saying, "Where's the H?" He was rummaging through your things. Did he have anything on him when he was rummaging through your things?
On him at first, no.
But eventually, what did he have eventually?
When it got closer to when I told him it's time for you to leave, I'll take you wherever you need to go. He was in the entryway and he had a knife in his hand.
Which hand did he have the knife in? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly.
Were you trying to get him to leave?
Yeah, when he started rummaging through my things, I said, it's time for you to go.
Did he say anything in response to that?
I don't remember.
How did you try to get him to leave?
I opened the front door and I opened up the screen door and I propped it open and I pointed to the door and I pointed outside and said, you need to go now.
And what happened after you said that?
He punched me in the head,
Where did he punch you?
right above my eye.
Did you fall after he hit you?
I didn't fall. He hit me so hard that I went up against the door. My glasses went flying and all I saw was blood going everywhere.
And how did you react upon getting hit?
I was shocked and I ran out the door. I ran across the street to my neighbor's house and knocked on her door.
And when you ran to your neighbor's house, what did you do?
I asked her to call the police.
While you were at your neighbor's house, could you see the defendant?
No, I didn't. Well, I was facing the door talking to my neighbor lady. And then as I turned around to go back towards the house, he was coming out the door holding, I don't know what, a big box of something, I don't know what. And I asked my neighbor, I said, please take a picture, because she had her phone with her. Take a picture of him because he's got a bunch of stuff in his hands.
And did you see exactly what he had in his hands?
No, I did not.
Once he left your home, what did you do?
I went back inside to check on my dog because I was worried about her.
And did you notice anything missing once you were inside?
Not right away, no. I was still dizzy from getting punched.
Did the police arrive?
Shortly after, yeah.
And do you remember speaking with them?
Do I remember now speaking? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. No.
So you don't remember the specifics?
No.
When you spoke to the officers, did you tell them what happened?
I mean, it was
Judge, I'm going to object. I think Mr. Loomer just testified that he doesn't remember what he said to the police. So when the state follows up with, did you tell them what happened? Excuse me. He just testified to the jury. He doesn't know what he.
So again, did you tell the police what happened?
Yes.
And do you recall what you told the police happened?
Yeah, that I got punched in the head and some guy ran off with my stuff.
Did you lie to the police whenever you first spoke with them?
Yes.
What did you lie about?
About how he got to my house.
What did you recall telling the police?
I was embarrassed. So I told him that the guy showed up knocking on the door.
So the first version of events was that he showed up to the door. If you can answer.
Yes.
Why were you embarrassed?
Because I picked up a homeless man that assaulted me in my home. And I didn't want to tell the cop, oh, it's all my fault. I deserve it.
In the final moments, the courtroom is left in a tense silence as the weight of what just happened fully sinks in. The witness, once the foundation of the entire case, has completely lost credibility, leaving the prosecution with no solid ground to stand on. With multiple contradictions, admitted dishonesty, and an overall lack of reliability, the case can no longer move forward in any meaningful way. As a result, the prosecution is forced to dismiss the charges, bringing a sudden and dramatic end to what once seemed like a strong case. The judge then addresses the defendant directly, making it clear that this dismissal is not proof of innocence, but rather a consequence of a failed and unreliable testimony. There's a firm warning delivered, one that emphasizes accountability and the importance of making better choices moving forward. It's a powerful reminder that while the legal system demands evidence beyond doubt, it also relies heavily on the truthfulness of those who take the stand. In the end, this moment serves as a striking example of how quickly a case can collapse when credibility is lost. What started as a serious accusation ultimately falls apart in front of everyone, reinforcing a crucial lesson: in the courtroom, consistency isn't just important, it's everything.